Welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. This is not a video that I wanted to make necessarily, but we're here, gotta do it because I've broken my car. Broken, maybe a little bit of a stretch of a definition, but I did hit an Otter with my Mustang and I shattered the front lower grille. And thanks to my buddy Brandon, up with a new grill from RTR, and we're gonna throw this thing in. Hopefully figure it out. There's a couple things we're gonna do today. One is that you guys know what we're talking about here, and I mentioned this in a prior video, but this lower grill right here, I smacked an Otter when it went through here. Boom, broke all these clips on the bottom, went through my lower skid plate, and it also destroyed the clips on my lip right here. So now my lip was flipping around. As you can see here, it ain't really round like it's supposed to be anymore, like that side. So bought a lip yet, hadn't really picked out a lip if I'm gonna go with the same one or just rock that for a little while. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and pull the grill out of this box and get it replaced. But before we get to ripping this thing apart, I gotta get it into the garage, so that means I gotta move the Shelby. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a cold start on the Shelby, get it parked out here, and then move the Mustang in there and get this thing taken apart. Let's do it. This freaking Shelby is gnarly, bro. I can't wait to really get a good video together on that car. I've been meaning to do that, like a dedicated video to the GT500. One, why I have the car, who it actually belongs to, because it ain't me. And then get some good POV footage, some good sound quality footage on that car. I just haven't had time to do it. So you guys stay tuned. You guys want to see that, make sure you drop a comment down below. Let me know, and subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way you guys don't miss out on that video. Well, we're gonna get started on getting this thing taken apart. What I've seen on other videos is this can be a complicated process. There's a lot of little clips and crap to pull the whole bumper off just to get this freaking lower grill put on, but we're gonna grind through it and get it done. It's like a bunch of these little clip tabs you gotta come off around, and then a few other things. So I don't know. So this is kind of a two-part thing. So I want to give it a shot. I'm not a guy who does electrical work at all or does anything with wiring. Honestly, my rate in the military doesn't allow me to touch electrical wiring, so I've kind of been, afraid of it, but that's neither here nor there. So what we're going to do is try to rewire my RTR lights. So these things come with wiring. There's a little harness that comes from the back that goes into the original pigtails for your headlights, but for some reason, one of the previous owners decided to cut it. I mentioned this in a prior video, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, but you guys haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. But I want to try to rewire them. The wiring is kind of cut and looks like they tried to resplice it together, and honestly, it looks like crap. And that might be why it's not working. It could be just sheerly that, and it needs to be rewired correctly. I'm not sure. I haven't taken the bumper all the way off to get to it yet, so we're gonna get to that, and hopefully we can get those things working. Then I don't have to buy new ones. I really don't want to have to spend the money on buying new ones if I have some that already work. So let's get to it. I think we got everything we need off to pull this bumper. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This piece right here is the cover piece that goes right on top right here, right above the radiator. I'm sorry if it's dark out. I'm losing lighting rather quickly, but we're gonna get this done. All right, and once you pull that off, you have like 6 or 8 bolts that go across the front of the bumper right here, and then in each corner down in this hole there's 2 bolts on each side you got to pull out. After that, I think it's ready, so we're going to try to pull this thing off and see what happens. Okay, I lied to you guys, it wasn't really that easy. So I got all the top bolts off and the side bolts off, but I didn't realize that there's like 19 other bolts that attach the skid plate to the bottom of the lip on the bottom. So essentially right underneath the front lip right here, connecting this to the skid plate, there's like 10 or 12 bolts going across the bottom. So I got to take those off first, and then hopefully it'll actually scoot out. And I also got to remember I have to disconnect the fog lights and the RTR lights from the wiring, so I don't yank those out as well. So all right, third time's a charm, man. Third time's a charm. Hopefully we got everything out. I ended up having to put the car on a jack stand on one side to get underneath. I didn't realize it with this freaking skid plate that's attached to the bottom of the bumper had 4 bolts holding the bottom of the skid plate, or holding basically the entire bumper, which was attached to the skid plate to the car. So that was a pain. I ended up getting the whole thing off. And this is what I was talking about with the RTR lights. As you guys can see, these little ballasts or whatever these are that are connected to the lights are there with the wiring and all that. And the wiring basically like a jumbled heap of mess. Just no connections, no nothing. And looking at the RTR lights that you can get from them, it comes with a pigtail. Basically, it jumpers into your factory pigtail. So you unplug your factory one, plug that one in, and then plug your factory pigtail back into the other side, and it basically powers all of them at the same time. There are no pigtails for the RTR lights on this system, so I'm thinking someone just cut them off. I have no idea why, for whatever reason. Also, taking my bumper off, I noticed this. TIG Visions Racing or Race Fabrications. I have no idea. I don't know if you have to put something like this on when you install the RTR bumper or any of that stuff, but I didn't know this was here before. So you can see the factory bumper that goes across. Obviously the bumper that I'm speaking of originally is a bumper cover, but this is the actual bumper that takes impact, was gone, and this is on here. I have no idea why. I don't know, does that mean this is a race car? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. It's a race car, but I didn't know that was there, so that's kind of intriguing to see. Anyway, we're gonna get back to what we were doing. I gotta replace now the lower grille right there where I hit the Otter, broke that whole side piece with all the clips, and it cracked this part of the bumper, actual bumper right here. As you can see, that separates, that shouldn't separate. So I'm gonna plastic weld that probably after I replace the new piece of this, and then also put new clips on the lip right here so it holds everything steady, and hope that it lines up properly and I can actually plastic weld this piece right here together. As you can see, that should not happen. I'll say this is not an easy project, pulling this bumper off. Kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. It's my car. I gotta take care of her, so she'll take care of me. Let's get to it. All right, so I got the new lower grille set up. As you can see, nice brand new lower grille, straight from RTR. And you see, this is the old one. And at quick glance, it doesn't really look a whole lot different. The only difference is on this right side right here, that whole piece right there is cracked. So since I'm missing these pieces on that one, my bumper cover can't hold itself together, and it flops around in the wind. And that obviously wasn't gonna work. It was just gonna keep snapping stuff. So I've already gotten on this corner. I don't have to on the other corner because there was no damage over there, but on this corner, I've already put new clips down here for the lip, so now the lip is flush again, and it's in there nice and tight. So once I get the lower grille back in, right where it goes, this should be pretty sturdy. Then I can glue this piece back together with some plastic weld, bumper repair, or something like that. I've never used this stuff before, so I don't know if it's gonna work or how well it's gonna hold, but it's gonna have to work for at least a little bit, because I don't really feel like buying an entire new bumper. That's kind of pricey, so anyway, let's get back to it. You know, this is probably one of the most pain in the butt things I've ever done, but I got it done. So we got the new one in, all the clips in, which was a pain. So I was trying to do it with the skid plate still on, but it was like hanging up way up high like this. Couldn't really reach my hand around to put any pressure on it, but I finally got them in. All the clips all the way around are in, unlike the old one, it was broken. Good to go there. Also, I did put a little bit of that plastic bumper glue on the inside. I'm gonna let that sit overnight. And then let it harden all the way. I have no rush, I have another car to drive, so I'm not really worried about it. So I'll be able to flip this over tomorrow, put another line on it, and let it sit. So that little corner that broke should be good to go now. So we'll see. So from this point forward, all I gotta do is skid plate back on, bolt all the skid plate bolts back in, put all of the lip bolts back into the skid plate. Once that's done, then I'll be able to put the bumper back onto the car, bolt all of that back on, which includes the bumper itself right there, along with the little piece right there that come off the top of the bumper, and then we should be good. However, I did realize, I took off a couple of these little things whenever I was taking the bumper off, or the skid plate off, and it actually bolts straight to your little fender liner there. So I got to go pick up some more of these, and then once that's done, then she'll be back to 100%. So we're going to continue forward and get this stuff done, and then hopefully do a little reveal that it's done. So you guys stick with it. It is now the next day. As you guys can see, I've already been to work. I work in Advance on the side, by the way, and if you guys have seen any of my shorts that I posted the last couple of days, I was enjoying doing that stuff. This is a complete side note from the bumper, by the way. I was making shorts, making TikTok videos at work. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little trouble, and I'm not allowed to do it anymore. So if you guys do enjoy the Advanced work shorts, give them some love, because they're a limited edition. Basically, they're only gonna last for like another 10 or 12 videos. That's all I got left, and then I can't make any more. So it is what it is. But anyway, update on the bumper. Got it installed. Everything's good, clipped in good. Everything's nice and flush all the way down, and then right here where it's cracked, yeah, bumper glue right there. So it's not the cleanest thing. There's a little bit of run over, but I'm gonna razor all that off. I'm not gonna bore you guys with putting every bolt back in this thing, because there's like 1,300 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff back together all the way. Skid plate back on, the splitter bolts, all that stuff back together, put it all on and slap it back on, and then do a little outro, and then we'll be good to go for the day. So, but don't leave yet, because I'm gonna have some messages for you, so stay tuned. Look at the arrow, dude. Freaking arrow going through the bumper. Yeah, so rad, dude. All right, boys and girls, she's finally put back together. I got her all buttoned up, looking good as new. Got her in there, tightened up. I appreciate you guys for joining in. She's ready to ride now, good to go. One of the things I wanted to bring up to you guys, I'm really heavily considering going ahead and dropping a merch line. Very simple, nothing crazy, most likely just my logo. Put it on some t-shirts for you guys to rock. It'd be great. If you made it this far in the video, that means to me, you're committed to this channel, and I love you. I thank you for that. You guys are gonna drop us to the top, and we're gonna be doing some great things in 2026, especially the year is ending soon, so can't wait for that. So honestly, if you watch the video all the way to the end, just drop a comment, say, hey, yeah, I want some merch. I wanna buy something with the Naughty Garage logo on it. That would be tremendous. If you guys just let me know that. But we're gonna go ahead and cut this one off for the night. It's getting a little bit late. Bumper was a pain in my behind. Don't forget, don't do it for the money, do it for the story.